Right, well, we're doing a bit now, Rich, after you had your lunch break. Do you have that every day, or is that just because I'm here?
Special occasions for you.
Oh dear. Tell us a bit about yourself then, Rich, and what is it you guys do here?
Well, we're a small dairy farm, quite technically orientated. We've got 2 full-wood Merlin robots, milking about 88 through the robots today, averaging about 35 kilo a day. We feed the cows all year round, but more interesting today, we're doing the second part of our first cut silage. We're running, I'm in today a, what is it, a 6155R that's on loan from one of my friends with his Rake on. I've just fitted FJ Dynamics AT2 steering kit in it, literally at 11 o'clock last night, and you and I have calibrated it in the field
this morning.
Took about 15 minutes to get it working.
So tell us a bit about that then, because you got quite involved with them guys recently.
Well, I first bought a system probably a year or 2 ago, and played with it. Wasn't 100% happy with it, because I've kind of got a bit of a hobby playing with GPS and satellite navigation. Used to build circuit boards and homemade kits using AgOpen GPS software, and I wasn't overly impressed to start with, to be honest, so I kind of left it alone, and they contacted me again and we did some software updates, and I would put this system on a par with any main manufacturer now. I've installed a base station which is giving me somewhere between 20 and 30 kilometres end-trip, so I'm now a service provider to quite a few people in the locality.
And you run this system on a few of your own tractors, do you?
I've got 2 systems. I've got their AT1, which was the original one, and we've just installed this AT2. I'm probably going to end up giving it to my mate because he's left me his tractor for a week.
Right.
So that's it really, and it's on about between 1 centimetre to 2 centimetres accuracy. We haven't really got too excited yet, but we seem to have some very nice straight lines. I don't know what your videoing's like in a straight line, but you might be able to. It's
looking good from above, Rich, don't worry. So talking grass then, how much have you got down at the minute? How much have you dropped?
We've got about 90 acres cut. We cut with some Crone triple 970s, I think. They're a 2014 set.
Yeah, they're a bit different, aren't they, those mowers? There's not many of those around, are there?
No, there'd be possibly 3 or 4 sets in the country.
Wow.
We were looking to change them to a set of groupers, but with the wet rainfall that we've encountered this spring stroke start of summer, I kind of went off the idea, and it meant spending another 30,000 quid.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Tell us a bit about the tractor you're running on those, because well, when I came out to see you in 2020, you had an older girl on them, but it looks like you've upgraded now slightly.
Yeah, we decided to sort of go bankrupt in style. Got a bit of maintenance issues creeping in with the 716, and we were doing a lot more work actually, so we just decided that let's go bankrupt, buy a newer Fendt.
And do you like it?
Yeah, it's lovely. She hasn't been without faults, but we're using George pie kits from Derbyshire.
Okay.
And both times we had an issue with just sensors really, which is not Fendt's fault. It's down to other manufacturers. They got the tractor working within 2-3 hours.
And it's not just the Fendt you run, you've got a few different colours here. You've got
the I'm on
cases Ted in today.
Yeah, we've got a little case 105U Farmall.
What do you think of that?
It's a massively over-spec'd tractor for what it is, and it's great to drive, and it does what it says on the tin. It's great for raking, tedding. It does the feeder wagon in the morning. We go spraying with it. That's got an FJD AT1 system on it, and that's Isobus compatible.
What about the machine that you're on today then? You borrowed this from?
It's borrowed off a friend of mine, Adam Hewitt Limited. He, you might well know the name, he runs all the salvage for the NFU. It's a lovely tractor. It's done very little work. We gave it a wash yesterday, obviously. And you guys, you're coming to embarrass me.
What about your rake? What rake?
The rake, it's a Kuhn 7501, and it's working well with the guidance on it. We're working full width. It's only light crop, this permanent pasture. Closely following behind, you may or may not see past my silhouette is
no pressure on you today, Rich, eh?
the Fendt, with my boy driving it quite rapidly.
And what wagon are you running on her today?
That is a 5010 Comberline Pottinger that for us originated from the salvage yard.
Oh really?
It had been turned over up north, I think. She got a fair bit of damage to the one side, and we just thought it was nice to show her off, give her a clean up, put some signage on, and just say to some of the farmers, you know, this salvage can be repaired and put back to work.
So do you do all your own grass then? Or?
We cut all of our own grass. We have a chopper in for maize.
Have you always wagon your grass? Or?
No, the wagon came about when it was the right money as salvage.
Right.
Which is the way it is. It's worth more now.
You never used a wagon before?
No, we'd had wagons in.
Right.
The same kind of size, and they were clearing about 50 acres per wagon per day. And it just seemed like a no-brainer with the newer Fendt 720.
Do you prefer your system now then, or would you ever go back to chopping?
It's a lot less stressful. We've just had some dinner. We've had a bit of a chuckle. It's a nice sunny day. Nobody's too stressed. But we won't ask the man on the clamp. We'll see how he's coping a bit later.
What is on the clamp today, Rich?
We haven't
happening, like?
We haven't really decided. So there's a little Kramer that we do all the yard work with. Is just looking after it at the moment, but there's rumour that my son's collared one of his mates, and we're going to put, is it 350 horsepower JCB?
I don't know what you're putting on, I don't know.
Especially just for you, really, because we like to impress. We cut about 1,000 acres of grass a year with multi-cuts. I mean, last year we had a drought, but we still did 5 cuts of silage.
I suppose you got more grass around this time with it being a bit wetter?
Yeah, I think there is. The first half of the seeds that we did, sort of like 80-90 acres, something like that.
I mean, it was so dry last year, you know.
Yeah, we had 1,800 tonnes of forage in the clamp, be it maize, silage, etc. last year, and I think by the end of tomorrow we'll already have 600, maybe 700 tonnes. So yeah, a significant difference.
So is this your first time on a big green machine like this then? for a bit?
Yeah, it's not the shade of green that I get too excited about, but obviously I've got to be seen to be saying the right thing, because my mate will kill me.
So do you like it? Would you, without being too harsh on it, I know you're used to your Fendt, but do you like it?
Yeah, when it's just a lend to borrow, personally I would not go and buy one. My son quite likes it, but I like the little old case and I love the Fendt, the two extremes. I mean, the case, it's very highly spec'd, as we mentioned before. It's got 3 spools, aircon, dual power, electric linkage control. For a 100 horsepower tractor these days, that's not that common. That came from the salvage yard as well, actually. It originated in Isle of Wight. It had got some cab damage, the loader had been bent and the brackets, and the front axle was bent. It decided to exit a field without the driver, over a hedge and down an embankment.
Oh, proper job then.
They just forgot to put the handbrake on.
So you rescued it from a...
Yeah, we got an axle beam out of New Holland, and some cab glass and a bit of time, a bit of paint, and she was away.
Right, well, cheers for having us out today, Rich. Anyway, we'll let you crack on now and do a bit more.
We're maybe not as quick as the big boys, but we get the job done.
The A team.
Yeah, maybe the B team.
Well, cheers for having us out, Rich.
That's alright, it's a pleasure to see you. And you're welcome back anytime.